Quail log, May 3rd. So, quick update for tonight. I finally gave the babies some of the black soldier fly larvae, and they are going nuts over trying to find it in their food and trying to eat it. I had put a couple in there and they all went straight after it, so I put quite a bit in. The other thing I did tonight is I went ahead and filled the tray almost to the top. I've only got two that are really trying to crawl into the tray at all now. One of them, I'm guessing, or the two of them, I'm guessing are the ones laying strange back here. Let's see if I can get a good view on them. I'm guessing I've got at least one more that is semi-spay leg. Is part of the reason for the legs sticking out like that. So I think this one is, yeah, they're still moving. Earlier, I think that was one of the ones that was in the tray that I had to push out so that I could give them more food, and I don't think it's doing well. Well, or at least not walking well. Well, I have seen it been able to reach into the water and been able to reach into the food even when it wasn't crawled in the food, so hopefully having more food in there will keep it out of there, and we'll see where it goes from there, because like right now its leg is closer to being underneath it, so we'll see if letting it stay out of the food will help it any, or where that's going to put it at. But the babies are definitely growing. The yellow is disappearing from a lot of their heads. Like the one right now, he's definitely got a much more brown head with just some yellow stripes to it. Though I've got a few others that have very much yellow heads still, so we'll see whether they come out in another week or two. That's when I figure I can start trying to look at their faces and try to figure out who is who. But they're definitely getting more brave and more interested in seeing what's going on around them. Cage has been staying a little warmer than I'd like, so it's been getting the warnings about being over 90 happen quite often throughout the day, but it's not been warning me about getting too cold, so that's where we're at for that. So over here, my Pharaoh girls are doing okay. They got their food and more worms tonight, so they were quite happy about that. Let's open this and see where we're at. So I had 4 eggs from the top shelf, and I had 2 from the middle, though it looks like a third one has come out. So I'm only missing 2 eggs from the older girls. Get a view on how all my speckles are doing. I'll get a better view when I see it on the computer. Pharaoh boy hasn't been crowing at me as much, but I think he's getting more used to being by himself, and I've been making sure that there's a little more food in the tray, and Black's just kind of been Black. At least Black hasn't been going at the wall and trying to figure out how to get over to the Pharaoh boy, so she's not acting too much, but we'll see where that takes us. So that's where we are at for the night. I thought I'd at least show that I had finally fed the babies more worms and gave them more food, and you can see a lot of them are sticking their head out there and eating and quite happily now, so that's where I've been wanting to get them, especially not having a mat in there at all now. So now all I have to deal with is cleaning out the tray, though I figure I'm going to definitely have to take the brush to the inside of the cage and knock stuff loose and down into the tray. So at least they're getting easier to take care of. I don't have to do as much cleaning every single day, and hopefully if I can get them all just eating out of the food tray like this and not having the 2 sitting in the tray all the time, the tray will be easier to clean. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see where that goes from there. So good night.